Hello and welcome back to Suspended Animation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and this is Project Blue Book, Season 2, Episode 4, Hopkinsville. There we go. So tonight I'm just going to be doing a review of it. I'm not doing a recap, just doing the review because, as you can probably tell from my voice, sick as a dog. So, yeah, I don't want to do the full review of this thing because, quite honestly, I'll probably start horking up a lung into the microphone here fairly soon, and you don't want that. Let me get some business out of the way first. If you like what you see, hit the like, share, and subscribe button down there. Also, if you're on the fence about subscribing, you're going to see the very end of this video, a video pop up here. Basically, what YouTube does, it takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match as best as possible to one of the videos in my vast video library and pops it up there for you. Up here is going to be, is it worth my time? Lock and key. You can also hit the bell down below to see when I'm going to be on live again next, but it's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go over to suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule up there. I change it out every Monday, and I also post it on my Facebook page as well. There's also a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves. I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I also have a Patreon page with no tiers set up as of yet. Excuse me. There we go. So, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil some of the episode. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Thank you, Viking Pitch, for the paddle. Hang on just one second. There we go. Needed to get that little bit out of the way there. So we had a lot happen in this episode. We had Daniel Banks, man. What the fuck is going on with him? CIA guy, and he's talking now to Valentine and Harding directly. Why? Also, he just kind of brings in Hynek and Quinn straight into MK Ultra, which is supposed to be a highly top secret, CIA operation. He just kind of walks them in and goes, "Hey, here's what we got." And she mentioned you guys by name, that you could stop all this stuff, the alien invasion that's going to happen. And is the alien invasion real? Is it a hoax? We don't know. We're going back and forth on this because we see a hangar full of all these UFOs in Hopkinsville, and Harding and Valentine are basically telling Hynek and Quinn that these are actually just to monitor, weather, seismic activity, blah, 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 blah. They basically tether in place and go up. Yeah, bullshit, So, yeah, we don't know where any of this stands. But then also on our B plot, we've got Susie. Susie was supposed to abduct Quinn, but of course she pauses just before the phone rings and wakes up Quinn, of course. And she gets taken out to the woods to be killed. And it seems like Susie's really fucking hard to kill because, of course, they don't shoot her. They just knock her out, dump her in a grave, and bury her alive, which she comes to and is able to kill the guy that's conveniently sitting there waiting at the roadside. Why was he waiting there? That's what I want to know. And she has no compulsion about running his ass over after she knocks him out. So yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it, kids, is you knock them out. If you have the intention of killing them, you run them over, allegedly. So yeah. Applecrust is sort of like how X-Files got with the conspiracy. Was it real or was it hoax for control? Yeah, exactly. We don't know where this is going at this point. I'm liking this at the same time. And then we also have Mimi taking, Alex out there, and they're investigating this whole thing from the other end of it, from the people's UFO, I guess you could say. And they go and investigate this guy and find out that it's monkeys with glaze on their hands that are, posting up on the tree trunks. Although, if I remember correctly, on the tree there was only 4 fingers, 3 fingers and a thumb, not 4. So I have to go back and take a look at that, and we'll see for sure. But yeah, so very interesting stuff. Yeah, and I'm glad Susie did not go out like that at all. And then when she goes back to her handler and basically calls out a character from last season who is Edward Rizzuto, who is was a spy. He's an American who was working for the Russians, who's now working again for the Americans. They know he was a Russian spy, and she basically tells her handler, "I'm going to kill him for you, and then we're even. And you don't touch my daughter. You don't even think about my daughter at that point." Yeah. Maybe they only paid 3 fingers and a thumb. It's kind of hard to do. If you ever tried to deal with a monkey pen, it's no, it's no picnic, really. I mean, just ask Viking Bitch with Mufinobi. You'll see exactly what it's like. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and we still don't know what's going on. And then, of course, at the very end, we have the Man in Black shows up, and he even mentions. This is the other thing that kind of struck me as I realized, where the fuck has Joel been all this time? Their son, the Heineck's son, because we haven't seen him at all this season. And for Susie to just be, I mean, for Mimi to be able to just go out on a road trip whenever the fuck she feels like it, when she's got a son at home, seemed kind of weird. But then the Man in Black at the very end mentions, Joel is still around. He hasn't been written out or anything like that. He's still there, but he's made it so that Mimi and Joel will not be at home while he knocks Heineck the fuck out with his gun. And that's where we leave off. And if you see the previews for next week, of course, he abducts Heineck, and he's taking them to a site where it's supposed to be the greatest UFO experience in American history, I guess is what it is, or UFO encounter in American history, which is kind of weird that he said it that way, like, he's from the future. Yeah. So kind of an interesting little thing there. So good episode all the way around. We still don't know where the fuck, Daniel Banks stands on any of this. Um, and then also the thing that Valentine and Harding both said at the very beginning of this was that basically Heineck and Quinn are their pawns in a larger chess game. And so they're sending their pawns into Hopkinsville. Can't say that for the life of me. To map things out and basically, I guess, move a piece on the board somehow at this point. And then Banks calls them out and says, "Oh, so basically you guys are starting all this UFO shit so that the White House will fund you." And Valentine's basically telling him, "Do you want a war?" And he goes, "No, no, 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 no. I want to work with, I'm going to call out what I want later." He goes, "I'm just letting you know that we know what's happening," kind of thing. And I guess this is where the CIA starts getting its power at this point. Um, so yeah. Wow. So good stuff there. I didn't think we were going to be able to top Area 51, but we came close. Area 51 was a different thing last week with the whole, opening up the hangar and seeing, what we saw and everything, and Heineck and Quinn being abducted. Yeah, and we still don't know anything about that, if they were actually abducted or if the military took them, the Air Force, or what happened. So that's where we're at on this. Good, good, good stuff. So, what's going on the rest of this week? I'm off tomorrow and Thursday, so hopefully I can rest up because I got to call my doctor tomorrow. I call back my doctor, I should say. Find out what kind of drugs they're going to pump me with to get me in better shape. Friday is going to be Harley Quinn. Saturday is going to be Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and any other genre stuff you guys want to talk about and talk about it. Sunday is going to be Is It Worth My Time? I've canceled Avenue 5, by the way. And that is going to be Horse Girl, Netflix's Horse Girl. And Monday, I guess I'm going to do another Is It Worth My Time? And I think I'm going to do Birds of Prey on that one. So, yeah. Yeah, and I'm hopped up on Dayquil at the moment. So that's the reason why I look good. But my voice is shot. I have been basically coughing up a storm. I was in jury duty today, Um, yeah, so, it was a lot of fun being in jury duty today. Uh, damn straight. Why drugs? Because I've got the flu, damn straight, that's why. I got the flu, and not the rockin' pneumonia kind either, nor the boogie woogie flu. It's just the straight up flu. So, and it's been a weird one too. And no, it's not the Wuhan coronavirus, for those of you who are out there who are wondering, even though there was a confirmed case in San Diego. And I'm not the one. Thanks, damn straight. Yeah, I know, Penn. It was shocking that I canceled Avenue 5. I know a lot of people liked it. Oh, I shouldn't say a lot of people. Um, some people liked it, a lot of people didn't. So, yeah, for a while there, it looked like I was gonna be on the jury. I was, the first out of the box, and then, they moved me into the box, and I mean, literally, as soon as I got into the box, they excused me and kicked me out. I was like, "Yes," and left. And we even had a bomb scare, down at the courthouse, today too. They called in the bomb squad and everything, and outside on the street, and, yeah, there was all kinds of action going on today. Yeah. Yeah, it was kinda funny. I ended up getting called in, for jury duty the same time as my coworker, who literally sits, right there. Basically, there's a partition between us. So, yeah, and it was kinda funny. So we were both there. He didn't get called in, I got called in, but luckily I got excused. So we both got out at the same time, which was really weird. But and sorry if you hear the cough drop rolling around in my mouth too, but it's either that or me horking into the microphone, which you really don't want. So, with that said, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna go and, like I said, hork up a lung, pass out, decide whether or not I'm going into work tomorrow or not, depending on how I feel. So, remember, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about joining up at the very end of this video, you're gonna see a video pop up here. It's basically gonna take, YouTube takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and pops a video right up there of one of mine up there. God, that just sounded like shit, but hey. Up here is gonna be, is it worth my time, lock and key? And you can hit the bell down below to follow me, but it's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com and take a look at the schedule up there. It changes out every Monday. I'm fairly close to time on that. I'm usually, if anything, 15 minutes to half an hour off if I'm late at all. Usually I'm on time. So, with that said, thank you everybody who joined me tonight in the chat. Thank you if you made it this far in the video. And I will see you on Friday for Harley Quinn. Until then, have a good rest of your night and don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may have the man in black show up at your house and knock you the fuck out with a gun, which isn't a good thing. Thanks, everybody. Have a good rest of your night.